So we are back for day 6. It's me, Anne, and wonderful Michelle. And today we will be talking about managing excited children. But before we get into the topic, we just want to remind you on December 8th at 1:15 Mauritius time, 9:15 UK time, we are going to have a Q&A, a live Q&A. You are invited to join, and really it's an amazing opportunity where you can talk to us, tell us what is going on for you this Christmas. Where are your challenges? Maybe you've got some questions following the last few videos that we shared with you. And we can just, talk things through and see if together with our brains, we can come up with some solutions for you and just help you along your Christmas journey and help you to make this Christmas a special, mindful Christmas and create your magic this Christmas. So 8th of December, live Q&A on Zoom. The link will be shared with you by email and in the Facebook group. So put it in your calendar and come and see us on the 8th. So let's get right into the topic, excited children and how do we manage them? This could be an hour-long conversation, so I will try and keep it short and sweet. And Michelle, you can share some of your experiences or tips. But I've got 2 very energetic boys and they get very excited. So I know I will have some managing to do there, but really what has come out for me over the last year or 2 is it's very much about how I react to them. So I love to talk about the power zone. We all have a power zone. And what that is really is our power to respond to an event or a trigger that is outside of us. So our kids are doing something and we feel the need to react to it or to respond to it. And the difference actually between reacting and responding is quite an important one, because reacting is when we automatically react. We have a pattern, how we react to a certain situation, and we go for it. Often that's not very wise and very helpful. So we want to be able to respond. So we want to have the ability to be response-able. And very often we are not, because very often we give that power to choose how we respond away. We give it over to our children. They take the power and we react automatically. And they actually are that trigger and we lose our power zone. So when you are a mom who has very excitable children, find your calm and find your way to center yourself in your power zone. And really what that is to understand that there is this tiny, tiny window, which is really less than a second, but it's there. And it's important to recognize it. So when your kids get overexcited and they, I don't know, jump the sofa and scream with excitement and do all the things, you could obviously turn around and be like, you stop that right now. Or you could be, no, let me see how I can respond to that in a much more calm and efficient way. And that it means power zone. It comes with 4 elements, and that's your thinking, your thoughts. What are you thinking? You might be thinking, they're so loud again. I can't deal with them anymore. They're just so shouty all day. That might be your thought. Or you could be thinking, oh, they're so lovely, excited about Christmas. Yeah, Santa Claus is coming. So it's just a way of changing your thoughts, really. And communicating. How are you communicating? Are you shouting at them to stop what they're doing right now? Or are you walking over to them and you'd say to them calmly that this is maybe a little bit over the top? So it's your pitch, your tone, the volume, how you speak, and the feelings. So your emotions. What are the emotions? Are you frustrated because maybe you are hungry and you have not eaten yet, and now they are making their little chaos and you just have that feeling of hunger, but you need to attend their needs? And behaving. So what are you doing? What are you gesturing? I'm always quite a hands person. So what are you gesturing? Are you, speaking more with your hands because you're getting a little bit excited yourself, or are you staying calm? And so that's really the 4 element of your power zone. And you can practice to choose how you do these things. And this really helps to manage the behavior of your children. And another thing or parenting technique or whatever you want to call it, I like to use is playfulness. I mean, that works especially well with little children, and mine are 3 and 7. So it's just, be a bit silly. And I think, Michelle, you can do that probably quite well. How far I know you, you are probably quite a good one using playfulness with your boys as well. So getting silly to kind of change their behavior and maneuvering or guiding them, helping them in the right way, how you would like them to behave in that moment. So yeah, that was more or less my 2 cents on managing your excited children. I'm curious to hear what you have to say, Michelle.
Oh, I thought that was wonderful. Powerful, powerful power
Power
zone.
zone.
It's really good. I mean, it's so true that when you feel calm as a mum, your children respond to that. And it sometimes for me, it's just a case of deciding I don't want to be shouty mum. You know, when the boys are getting a bit playful or overexcited, and just taking a deep breath and centering yourself and talking to them. And I mean, my boys, they usually start sort of play fighting or mucking around when they get overly excited. Um, and for us, that's an indication that it's time to, change change the environment, change the exercise, maybe go out for a walk or a bike ride,
Yeah.
or watch a film. Although, to be honest, with my boys, it tends to be when the TV goes off, there's like a window where they suddenly, they've gone so mind dead, brain dead, where they've been on their tablet or whatever. There's a window of time where they suddenly they're so bored, they don't know how
Mm-hmm.
to like
What to do.
reactivate their
Yeah.
imaginations.
Yeah.
So we actually let them have that boredom time for a bit,
Yeah.
and then we say, right, now go and do Lego or something. Be bored. be
Yeah.
be
Totally.
bored. You don't need my attention all the time. You've got amazing minds that, really creative minds. Go and see what you can build with your Lego, or do some drawing. My eldest son, he loves drawing,
Mm.
and they both love Lego. So yeah, changing it up. But
Exactly.
yeah, it's definitely learning to tap into your response, how you
Yeah.
choose to respond with your children, rather than reacting like that in the moment and then regretting
Mhm.
it potentially afterwards.
Exactly.
um
Yeah.
I I mentioned in our last video that I'd had COVID, and I've been really quite poorly this last week, and I noticed a big change in how I deal with my children, because I've felt ill, because I've been really tired, and I've been a lot more grumpy with my children this last week, and
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling at all. So by being aware of this, it is life changing for the whole family. It really is. It really is. It's amazing. And talking to your children in a way that manages their expectations.
Mhm.
Like, don't, not using sort of, well, if you do this, then you're going to get this, kind of
Oh,
thing.
yes.
Or
Yes, that's
but we like to explain to our children in advance what is going to happen,
yeah.
so they have like the lowdown for the day. So, okay, we're going to go on Christmas Day this year, we're going to go and visit Nanny and Granddad. We're going to have our breakfast at home. We're going to give you some time to open your presents. There'll be plenty of time for you to play with a few presents. You might need to open some more later, because we won't have time, to look at everything. um that's if you get lots of presents. You just have to manage. It's about managing their expectations in our
Yeah.
experience,
Totally
that
agree.
and that really, really helps as well to keep the children kind of
Yeah.
sane, I suppose.
Same, exactly. And yourself too.
And yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And also that's something that I recently discovered. I can't remember the guy who coined that phrase, but collaborative parenting. And it's all about finding a solution together. So that doesn't quite work with like little children. With my 3-year-old, it's probably a little bit too too much for his developmental stage. But with the 7-year-old, it's actually quite interesting to try and find a solution together. So, for example, they get the presents, they want to play a little bit more longer, or they want to open more presents, to discuss with them, okay, you want this, I want this, what could be the solution? Maybe it could be like this, or maybe it could be like that. So kind of, it actually helps them to come up with solutions themselves, which I think is quite brilliant, because then you're not the mom who tells them to do this. They come up with the solution and they say, okay, I think we should be doing this. And I'm trying that right now a lot with when my little boys fight. They argue a lot. They're really at the stage of siblings fight, which is, oh my goodness. But yeah, power zone.
Yeah.
And trying to find solutions together. So this is also something, if you've got kids who get, who wind them each other up, like this is what happens. The little one winds the big one winds the little one, and then at the end it's chaos. So yeah, I think talking together, how can we make it happen that you get what you want, and I get what I want? And yeah, so that's another one.
Definitely. I think it's really important, like as a parent, to teach your kids to be independent, and to make their own decisions. And we've had a lot of this in our house as well. So my boys are 10 and 6, and the play fighting, which always starts off really just fun, but somebody always gets hurt.
Yes.
And that's the sad thing. And Gary and I can see it happening, but then we don't always want to stop them because they are having fun. But and then it gets to that, but he did this and he did that, and it's, well, you need to work it out together. So you're both, in my mind, I can see that you're both responsible here. You both have to take some responsibility. And I think I'd like to add as well, sugar is an issue as well at Christmas time, because oh my goodness, sugar is abundant, isn't it? I presume it isn't. But it's just so much sugar coming into the house.
Well, I read a study recently that actually there is no change of behavior when they have more sugar.
Wow.
So this is what I keep telling myself this Christmas. I'm like, it's okay. They're not gonna go sugar crazy. It's not there. Like, just to allow myself to let go of that expectation that they shouldn't be eating so much sugar. But yeah, you're right. That's sugar is a challenge.
There's still, even if it doesn't affect behavior, it's still not good for that. No. It's not nutritious to have.
No, it's not.
And so much, still need to eat the vegetables before the sugar. But we like to put a dish of chocolates out. And the little one, the 6-year-old, he's like, is constantly like helping himself. So we just have to, it's nice to give them their independence, that they can have a chocolate when they want, but by the same time trying to monitor a little bit how much they
totally.
Because we do want them to eat their dinner. And not all
yes, they should be eating the lovely food that we cook, please.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And sorry, can I just add something else as well? I was just
add one more thing. Go.
The Christmas lists as well.
Children
loving to write, Christmas present lists. And I'm a believer in following your dreams, and like who's to say that something isn't possible, or won't become a reality. So I like the boys to write down their wildest dreams. Like for the last few years we've had the latest iPhones on the thing, which it isn't going to happen at the moment. I don't have the latest phone. I don't believe you need it, but it's letting them know that they can have, they can write down everything they want in their dream, but also managing those expectations of what that they may or may not get everything. He might, you never know, he might get that iPhone but nothing else. It could be like that. So we haven't actually decided anything yet, but and that they can save up for things if they get money and things. So it's also giving them, letting them know that dreams can come true, but also that they do have to work as well towards them. So Things won't
I
always get
totally
handed to
agree.
them on a plate.
No, exactly. And those Christmas lists, they get very long. So yeah, not possible to get them all. But I do also believe they should be writing down the things that they would really like, and having a conversation about why would they want it. Like I enjoy that when my older one, he tells me he wants another fish tank. He already has 3 fish tanks. He wants another one. Like, why do you want another one? And he will give me a whole speech of why he needs that other fish tank. But I think it's nice to foster that passion and
Yeah.
just, giving him that ear of, okay, yeah, it's important to you. I understand it's important to me too. Though I think you may not get another fish tank because I do not want to clean any more fish in this house.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. All right. Well, we went on for a little while today. So this is day 6. And just a reminder, 8th of December, Q&A, 9:15 UK time, 1:15 Mauritius time. Join us and we'll be answering your questions, and we can talk through some challenges or thoughts that you're having, and we can see how we can support you there. Thank you so much. See
Thank you
you.
very much. Bye. Bye.